welcome back. Today I wanted to give you my tips and tricks for getting laser hair removal and what to expect and what questions to ask when you're choosing a place to get it done. I am a laser hair removal tech. I have the Candela Gentle Max Pro here. This laser actually is great because it has two different laser wavelengths in one. It has the ND YAG. That one is good to treat all skin types, but it's ideally for darker skin types. And the Alexandrite laser is better for lighter skin types. It's actually only safe on light skin. Today I just wanted to really share the most frequently asked questions that I get, and I'll give you some questions that I feel a lot of people should be asking when they call around looking for a place to do laser, and a lot of people don't think to ask these questions, and they're actually very important. Probably the most common question that people ask is, does it hurt? The truth is, it's not pleasant for anybody. Some people, it hurts them a lot. Some people, they're fine. It's not a big deal. It's a little uncomfortable and that's it. I think most places that do laser hair removal will offer numbing cream if you choose to use it. And also, I sometimes recommend, if people don't want to buy the numbing cream, I recommend they bring ice packs. So I typically recommend that for lighter skin people. I have seen that on darker skin that can sometimes cause more side effects like hyperpigmentation. This particular laser, they all have or should have some sort of cooling mechanism. The Candela lasers have cryogen. With each pulse of the laser, it will shoot out a teeny blast of cryogen right before and right after. When you're getting the treatment done, it feels like it's all happening at the same time, but that's how it's working. So really, in short, but I give you a long answer, it does hurt. It's really relative to you how much it hurts. People ask how they should prep for the treatment. Stop waxing and tweezing and really doing anything other than shaving to the area for ideally a month. You just have to shave the area, no sun, for at least 2 weeks, but if your body tends to hold a tan, it's best to not get done for longer than that. Also, you have to let whoever's doing your laser know any medications you might be on. If during the course of the treatment you end up needing to take antibiotics or any sort of other medication, even if you stop before your next session, you should always let the person know, because that can affect what happens to your skin. You can have stopped antibiotics a week ago and it can still cause your skin to be more sensitive to light, and so because the laser is a strong light, it can cause burns. So as far as results go, what you can expect is typically the skin will be a little bit red and inflamed, and that's completely normal. It can even look like hives. I personally, as a technician, like to see that reaction. That doesn't mean that if you don't get that, you won't get great results. It could just be that your skin doesn't react that way to laser. So usually the irritation for most people only lasts a couple hours. Some people it can last a couple days if it's permanent. It isn't guaranteed to remove your hair for life. Like, my company does not offer lifetime guarantee, and that's really because I can't guarantee that. It depends on your body and how your body reacts to it. So what you'll see is that companies who don't offer the lifetime guarantee charge less money for the sessions, and realistically speaking, most people don't need more than 6 to 8 sessions. Always ask, because for example, my company, we do 20% off a package of 6 sessions, and then if you need additional sessions, we give 20% off after that, and touch-ups are 50% off. But that's a good thing to ask, because the company might honor that you've been a client there before and that you've had treatments done with them and give you a discount for doing extra sessions. Also, we offer 50% off automatically if you've been one of the unlucky ones who needs more than 10 sessions. That's not typical, but some people do need that. So really, if you're shopping around for pricing, that's important to ask. So I also filed a list of questions that people don't ask me that I feel like they should. Some people ask these questions, but a lot of people don't, and I feel like I get a lot of calls for people shopping around for laser, and they're asking how many sessions and what's the price. And a lot of people don't realize that the laser makes a big difference. So number one, always ask, what laser do you have? The brand matters and the type of laser matters. So the Candela GenOMax Pro, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion, is the best laser for laser hair removal, for the simple fact that, as I mentioned before, has 2 wavelengths in one, so you can treat all skin types very well. Because while the Nd:YAG, yes, can technically treat all skin types, it is not ideal for lighter skin types. And the Nd:YAG tends to require more sessions than the Alexandrite. So say somebody with my skin tone, I'm pretty light, I would typically treat somebody like me with the Alexandrite laser. I could be treated with the Nd:YAG, but what might take 6 sessions with the Alexandrite would maybe take 8 or 9 sessions on me with the Nd:YAG. When I can treat somebody with the Alexandrite because their skin allows me to, that is always my number one choice, because you tend to need less sessions. Laser type matters a lot. That should be a very big question that you ask. And number 2, a lot of people don't ask, will this work on me? So people just assume laser's gonna work on me. The hair has to be dark. You can't have blonde or white or red hair. Also, people who were once blonde as kids and now have darker hair, and whose body hair is dark, have a blonde root, and those hairs won't go away either. So if somebody looks like they were blonde, I will usually ask, and I'll usually tell them to do some sort of patch test, because you can tell from one patch test if it's gonna work or not. Asking whether you are a good candidate for it and whether your hair will go away is an important question. Consistency is important, and sometimes people don't realize that, so they think, okay, I just need to do 6 sessions. You also need to do them within a certain amount of time. So face, I usually recommend 4 to 6 weeks, body 6 to 8 weeks. Typically after a laser hair removal session, it'll take about a week and a half to 2 weeks for that hair that we treated to fall out. It's gonna look like it's still growing because there's a little stub of hair right under the skin that, from the bulb from where it's growing to the surface of the skin, that little speck of hair, so the body, once you treat it, pushes that out, because that becomes now a foreign object to your body. It's no longer attached, it's not growing, so your body little by little pushes it out, so to you it looks like it's still growing. Sometimes it actually feels worse than regular hair because it's now burned. So as that sheds, if you pull it out, you'll see there's no root left, so that's a dead hair. If you don't want to do it too soon either, because you want to wait for the 2 weeks for that hair to fall out, then people don't really have much hair growth until right before their next session, which I usually schedule about 6 weeks apart. You don't want to do it too soon, because if there's no hair, you're not doing anything. And you don't want to wait too long, because then you're giving that hair a chance to get strong again. And it's not that it won't work, but it'll take more sessions. So consistency is important, and you should know that a full course of laser hair removal should take about 9 months. Just call me a hair destroyer, I love it. Can I bleach my skin while I'm doing the laser? I always tell people to wait it out. First of all, I don't want anybody bleaching their skin ever, but especially not during laser. I tell people to wait out because a lot of times the darkness is from irritation from shaving. After the treatment is done, if you had ingrown hairs, the ingrown hairs stop coming. If you had folliculitis, that goes away. Doctors actually send people in to get laser hair removal to treat these issues. And also the darkening of the skin just goes away. So those are all my tips. And if you're thinking about laser hair removal, you should do it. People love it. The best part of laser hair removal is the peace of mind of not having to think about doing anything to your hair. Okay, I forgot to mention, a lot of people ask me what areas they should treat. So a lot of people come in and tell me, hey, I want to do bikini, but I want to do Brazilian, but which one should I do? And it's not my body. It's really up to you what you want to do. But I tend to ask, okay, why are you hesitant? Is it because of the pain? You're afraid of what it's going to feel like? Or is it because you're afraid of not having any hair there? So those are things that you really need to think about before you decide what you want to do. If it's because of pain that you're hesitating, just do it all, because you'll regret it and you'll go back and you will finish it later. And just do it. And use numbing cream or use ice. It's such a quick treatment. To do a full Brazilian bikini takes like 10 minutes. So just do it. But if it's because of aesthetic reasons and you're just unsure, then, you know, think about it. Try to figure it out. But if it's for pain, just do it. Also, obviously, you should make sure that your laser hair removal tech is as fun as me and will tell you stories the whole time. It's worth it. Just do it. The results are totally worth it. I hope that these tips have been helpful for you. I wanted to give you more things to think about than what the average person thinks to ask me.